What's up, guys? Hope you had a great weekend. Fantastic, Async. How was yours, bro? Nice, bro. The beach sounds fun. Isn't it the middle of winter, though? Where do you live? No. Geeky, aren't you supposed to be in bed? What are you doing here? Yeah. Alright, Bearded, good to see you, man. Thanks for popping in. Get some sleep. What's up, Bull Runner? What's up, Faker? What's up, John Foster? Async, Sean, Geeky, C, Fahid. Oh, it's summer in Sydney. That makes sense, bro. I hope you enjoyed the beach, bro. I don't know, Simon, what is the deal? You tell me, brother. Yeah, it's the sun in relation to the Earth on its axis. It's the southern hemisphere is closer to the sun, so the angle of the Earth. But hey, this ain't science class, you know. All right, awesome, guys. Well, let's jump into this. It's been a super fun but long weekend, so I think we might start over the chart here because new week, new outlook. Let's run through it all because I got to write this Sunday market pulse as well, so I got to get my bearings. This is my first time looking at the chart all weekend, so yeah, let's remove everything. All right, so let's start with the daily. Let's get our momentum line here. Alright, so if we look on the daily chart, starting with the daily momentum, we're seeing that we are testing and trying to reject from it again today. Still in a downtrend. This would favor a move to the downside. However, this is cool because... Oh, wait. How's the music? Music volume good? Might be a little loud. Well, it's because the Earth is like, alright, we'll do science real quick. Because the Earth is like on a tilt, so based on where the sun is, like either the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere is closer, so it's like hotter. Yeah. But anyway, so like We have our daily downtrending momentum here from our second daily high after the break. This is the same area that we rejected from on the 10th. And we're starting to reject from it again. Now, why is this important? Because it gives us a bias, right? As long as we are still below this momentum, we would expect to come down and take out these weak lows. But being close to the momentum is nice because, like, if we get a push tomorrow, we could try to break this and go, right? That would be kind of the first step. So it would kind of be in line with breaking the 4-hour, which we'll get into in a second as well, which is pretty cool. We are pretty close to that 4-hour high. I mean, hell, if we get a push today, we could even look to break this downtrend momentum today. But until it breaks, we should be favoring shorts back to the downside to come take out this weak low and maybe go lower. Because we do still have our daily high up here, so let's mark our daily structure high. Daily structure high is like 107,500, so we've got quite a ways to go to break daily structure. Like Kyle was talking about on the stream a couple weeks ago, right? If we do take out this low, or SFP it does move our daily high here, which makes it a lot easier to come and break structure. Also, with where this daily momentum line is, if we do come down this week and take out this low, and then we start making a push back up, that would involve breaking daily momentum at the same time as trying to break daily structure. This, in my opinion, would be incredibly bullish to come back down, set a higher low, and then continue to have our change of character and then our break of structure and continue on the way up. So this would be really beautiful. We can still obviously go up without doing that, but it just makes it a little harder to trade because as we approach this, we have like resistance at previous lows here, we have our golden pocket here, and we're in a downtrend, so we would be expecting to get a rejection there. So if we don't come sweep this liquidity and then we do push up a little bit this week, right? Be very careful at this level here, about 100K level. Not only is it previous lows resistance here, so let's take a box here, mark out at this level, right? It's previous lows here. If we also grab our golden pocket here, we have our golden pocket here as well. So let's go ahead and shout out to Alex. Let's put a special pink box here. This would be the area that we'd be looking for 4-hour structure breaks to short to kind of get into a swing short back to the daily week low. Now, why is that? A little loud. Oh, the music's still loud? My fault. Put a 1 in chat if you're still with me, or put a 2 if the music drowned it out. I'm gonna drink some water. I'm gonna grab a water real quick. Be right back. Alright, awesome. You guys are still with me. I kind of forgot what I was saying there. So we're talking about, oh yeah, so the 4-hour. So let's mark out our 4-hour levels here. So with the break of this low, our strong high moves here. So if we do break this trend line, we also get a 4-hour break, which is bullish. But what makes that interesting when we approach this pink box is that we will now have a 4-hour bull trend on our way to the box. If we then come down and break the 4-hour bearish, we can look to get short, targeting, because our daily will still be down, targeting our daily week low. So that would be, right now the daily is bearish, the 4-hour is bearish, and the 1-hour is bearish. But if we were to flip the 4-hour back bullish, we would still be under a daily bear trend. So that gives us an opportunity to break it back bearish at our key level and get swing short back to the daily week low. This is what we talk about all the time, guys, right? In an uptrend, your bear breaks are opportunities to break the structure back bullish, to get long, to target the week high. If we flip that upside down, right, same thing. You're getting short, stop loss above the high to target the week low. So that's kind of what I'll be looking for macro this week. But again, we are at resistance here. We don't even have the 1-hour bullish with us yet. Let's take a look. Yeah, so you SFP your 1-hour here, you take the low, and so your 1-hour high is sitting right where your 4-hour high is as well. We've just grabbed some liquidity from the shorts of this wick here, Kind of starting off the week with a little bit of bearish posturing. But let's set an alert on this here. This is our 4-hour break of structure. Awesome. So another thing to look at is kind of this 4-hour momentum that we lost last week. So if we take our trend line here, we're kind of testing and rejecting that as well. In order to break the 4-hour bullish, we would have to come, like we could definitely SFP into this, or we'd have to come break it, kind of reclaim and go. That would be nice as well. Really just getting a breakout on the daily in general would be nice. So we know we have liquidity down here, and we know we have liquidity at the lows. So should we fail to break this on the 4-hour and come back down, we would be looking to come attack these two levels. I actually kind of like this liquidity at 83 better. I'm going to move this. If we come this close to the 83 level, I would expect us to take this. So we do have liquidity down there. Let's take a look. Okay, so we know where our 4-hour highs are. We know where our daily levels are. The weekly, we've talked about that plenty of times on this channel. Let's deal with, you know, what's in the close vicinity in this box on today's stream. I don't think it'll be helpful to just show the weekly again, but we know we have a level up at 107 on the weekly as well. All right, let's zoom in a little bit. Ooh, that's kind of nice. They gave you... Oh, no, this didn't take the low, did it? Did this take the low? Oh, it did. Okay, so you have 15-minute structure here. You break back bearish on your 15 here. You dump. So that was a nice short. You dump, you come back, you break 15-minute bullish here. You continue your 15-minute structure up. Then you SFP. You close above, and then you break bearishly here. In a bearish break of structure here. You could say here as well. You break structure there. Then you come back up and you SFP, or did you break this? Oh, you actually broke this. Okay. So this is 15-minute structure. Do we have 30-minute here as well? No, we don't. 20-minute? Okay, we do have 20-minute structure as well. So then you come up here and you break your 15-minute bullish. And is this golden pocket here? All right, you front run the golden pocket a little bit. Or wait, I measured this wrong. Yeah, it is golden pocket. Yeah. So now we've broken the 15-minute bullish, kind of near the highs of the 4-hour. We've retested golden pocket. Did they give you any structure at golden pocket? Let's see. No, not really. It's not that confident of a break, but if you did get long at the golden pocket, I understand why. The problem is you have overhead resistance sitting here like around the $90,000 level. Man, all we have to do is push up here and things start to look way more bullish. But yeah, so the 15-minute trend is currently up right now, which is nice. And our current 15-minute low is going to be, let's see, going to be down here. All right, so if we're going to see the daily rejection at the downtrend line here, your first kind of sign of weakness is going to be a break of 86.7. 678. It's going to be your break of 86,700. If you do break that, you do have some support down here at this previous demand level. So I would be interested in bullish breaks down here around 85,750, somewhere in this zone here. If we do break bearish, maybe we set a high, come down, set a low, and break that high. That would be interesting. Or also, if we do break this low, like let's say we dump overnight and we break this low, in the morning, I'd be interested in like a golden pocket play with 5-minute structure here. targeting this untapped demand down here. You could get like a 3-to-1 there. That would be nice. Shorts right now, it's kind of, you have the 1 hour and 4 hour to play off of if you are just betting on this downtrending resistance to hold, but I think it's safer to wait for a 15-minute market structure break. There's still a lot of meat on the bones here if we do break bearish. And you've got like 7% to the lows even if you wait, versus if you jump in a little early now you have 8%. So you're talking about 1% here. Doesn't necessarily excite me, especially with a golden pocket bounce here. Let me check in on the chat here. Hey, 42 people watching. Make sure you hit the like, guys. Subscribe, ring the bell, you know the jazz. Let's see who hopped in here. Yeah, maybe we are in a simulation, bro. What's up, Julia? What's up, Ono Poncho? Ramis, what's going on? Joey, good to see you. Hope you had a great weekend. What's up, Magic Mike? You're betting on orange dots to save us? I don't know what you mean by that. You have to expand a little bit. Yeah, so on the long side, I'm interested. Well, I would have been interested at this golden pocket, but I think at this point I'll wait for the momentum to break and then get it on a pullback. Just because with this, I like to go for like a, what did you have down here? I guess you had like a 2-to-1 to resistance, although this is, yeah. In a downtrend on the 4 hour and the 1 hour, this trade doesn't excite me as much. On the long side, I'd be more interested in either like an SFP of this low with like a 5-minute break. That would be cool. Or demand down here, or a 4 hour SFP of this low. It's kind of the 3 local levels I'd be looking for. If we do come up and break 4 hour, then I'll be aggressively looking for a long, like on a retest of this trend line. I'll be aggressively looking there. On the short side, I'm interested in that 4 hour SFP. That would kind of be, notice, okay, so if we look at, hold on. So let's make this cyan. Cyan. So if we look here, we've got our range uptrend. We got our range uptrend, which is now acting as resistance. If we do come attack this on the 4 hour and we see a rejection off of this with an SFP and then maybe like a break on, 10-minute, 5-minute structure, I'd be interested in a short up there. Further, I'm also interested if we are going to push out this week, since we didn't take the low first and we are in a daily downtrend, I'd be interested in shorts up here around like 90, 97, 98-ish. And I prefer 4 hour up there, but if we only get like 1 hour, I'd probably still be interested. Just because I would really love to see this low swept. That'd be awesome. So that's kind of my levels for upside and downside on Bitcoin locally. And I'll type all this up in the Sunday market pulse before I crash here. But I'm just curious. Is anybody in trades? Throw a 1 in chat if you're long. Throw a 2 if you're short. What's up, AR Perez? Good to see you, buddy. What do I think of the crazy wicks we had last week? I think we're just rejecting off of this previous range uptrend. But yeah, we did have like this crazy whipsaw 4 hour action here. But we had a 4 hour high here that we SFP'd and then took out the low. We had a lot of liquidity down here. We were talking about that last week. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. Talk about boring. I'm glad I don't trade on the weekends, because I was looking at this while I was waiting for you guys to come on. We were in like a 1% range the whole weekend, and then we got like this. Let's see. We're basically just holding in this megaphone pattern here that we rejected from again. So, I mean, I guess you could have traded. Well, when does this form? You could have traded the short here and the long here. That's kind of the two trades that stick out to me over the weekend. But, yeah. Boring megaphone price action, in my opinion. Scalping shorts constantly. Nice. Hey, Joey, did you get your chart fix that you were DMing me about? Luna, come here. Sit. Alright, cool, guys. Well, that's, wait, hold on. Let's set an alert here for demands. And let's set a chart here for the 15-minute bear break. Reversal zones on the 4-hour doing work here. Look at our daily. Oh, nice. For those of you with Cipher Matrix, we talk about this all the time. Whenever you're riding the reversal band down, you pop out of it and you retest it. It could be pretty bullish. This is one of the strategies that's in the education channel, actually. Nice buy signal. Cool. All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much all that I have for Bitcoin. We'll see if we could come up and break 4-hour structure. That would set us up. So if you want the Santa rally, right, you want to see this 4-hour high broken, break this downtrending resistance, and then get a higher low and go. That's what you want to see. And you would be aggressively looking for longs on the higher low after this 4-hour break. But don't worry, I'll be looking too. Yeah, Geeky, I know you do. You're like the biggest promoter of that back when I was selling it. Alright, cool, guys. Well, if there's any altcoins you guys want me to look at, I'll look at them. And then I'm going to write up this weekly market pulse, and we'll call it a night. What's up, Gracia? Tao? Alright, so Tao was rejecting from this downtrending resistance line we were talking about last week. We had the daily bear break here. You break structure daily on the bearish. And you come down, eating into this wick. You still have a weak low down at 119 you have to be aware of. If Bitcoin's going to reject from this downtrending resistance, then I would expect Tao to come back for this. But we'll see. So right now, your daily high is sitting here. So make sure you have an alert. I already have one. Make sure you have an alert at like 317. That would be a daily bull break there. The 4-hour, did we sweep this low? We didn't, but we have nice structure here on the 4-hour. So obviously we need to break our downtrending resistance line here. This is our bullish break on the 4-hour. If you want to see Tao do well this week, you want to see it get above and hold 238. You've got some resistance here kind of at previous lows around 257. So you want to set an alert here for your Tao 4-hour break of structure. And you can set an alert on this resistance line as well for Tao breakout. And if you come, there's a couple things that I like here. I like a break of this downtrend, come retest this higher low, go. I like that, or I like sweep of the low, then come break this high. This would be like a JPOW. Those are the two things that I see to the upside. Otherwise, I think we're coming to this. If this trend line doesn't break, we're coming to this week low here. The question on my mind is more: do we SFP this week low, or do we break down? If we break down, I think we start heading for more of that wick. Still riding the reversal band here. I'd like to see us get above it. That's what I see on Tao. Sui? Yeah, how is Sui doing? Oh, we came all the way back for this order block. Sui came all the way back to test this order block. We do still have a strong low down here that we haven't taken. What structure do we have from up here? Did it give you? It didn't even give you 1 hour. So what do we have? We have 30-minute. Yeah, we do have 30-minute. Did you break the 30-minute bullish down here? Okay, nice. So you hit this order block, you double bottom on it, you then break structure on the 30-minute and off to the races you go. You then set a high, set a low. Okay, so you then break your 30-minute bearish with the break of this. Then you come back up to retest resistance here. So you're waiting for the 30-minute to break back bullish at like 149-ish. If you can do that, then I can see further upside for Sui. The only problem right now is that you're most likely going to come back to one of these two demand blocks, whether it's this one, whether it's here or down here. These are kind of the two levels of support that I see for Sui. What I do like about Sui is you do still have bullish 4-hour market structure and 1-hour market structure. So if you can break 149, what would that? If you can break 149, stop loss under the low, targeting the 4-hour high. That's like a 3-to-1. Yeah, so I'm waiting for a 30-minute bull break on this. The question for me is more, does this bull break happen now? Like, can we come up and close above 149? If we do, I think you could take this trade. Otherwise, I'd be looking for a 30-minute bull break somewhere down in this demand, whether it's this one or whether it happens down here. That's what I see on Sui. Good suggestions though, Julia. They have nice structure. Okay, Joey, I'll have to hop on screen sharing with you and see what's going on. Kaz? Yeah, we can look at Kaz. Yeah, this is just a ranging chart. This is pretty ugly. I mean, we can draw out. Draw out our resistance here. Kind of toying with it. Yeah, it's still all internal. This is still in your ovary pattern here. The good news is you are trying to break out of this, but I mean you failed on this attempt and you're sitting right at resistance. If Kaz can get some strength and push like up here, because you have internal breaks, but yeah, I wouldn't consider longing it this close to resistance. I would want to see like the sign of strength and then retrace to go. But we'll keep an eye on that. I don't have much for you the way I trade on this right now, except that it's at resistance. Four hours gold on Cipher Matrix? Yeah, like 4 hour. ETH? Yeah, we can look at ETH. It looks like we need to do a new chart on ETH as well. So ETH already reclaimed the trend line, which is nice. Yeah, we'll run through ETH real quick. Okay, let's start with the daily. Okay, so ETH is in this downtrend, broke out, retest, daily high. You didn't set a new daily high in here. What about a 2-day? Okay, you do have a 2-day high. So your 2-day break of structure is going to be right here, like 36.57. That's what you really want to see break if you want ETH to do well. We have our... Okay, so ETH broke back in and is trying to hold this previous uptrend line, which is nice. Also breaking the big downtrend line. We look at our 4 hour. So ETH breaks 4 hour here, retraces back, comes up, retraces back, comes up, and then you actually broke your 4-hour bearish here. But it looks like this possibly could have been a range deviation here. Let me measure this. Yeah, so pretty much to the dollar, this was a range deviation down, trying to reclaim the range now. So what do we want to see? So for ETH, I think the tell for me is going to be whether we can durably break this 4-hour back bullish, which we just SFP'd right now. So I would keep an eye on, what is that? 30.29. I'm going to set an alert here for ETH 4-hour break of structure. So that would be the 4-hour. We've SFP'd it right now, which is a little dangerous. Let's zoom in a little bit at the 1-hour. Oh, it's counting this candle. I'll have to set that later. All right, so the 1-hour. When did we break this? Did we SFP it here? Yeah, so we broke the 1-hour bullish here. Then we retraced. What is this? Golden pocket. Okay, so kind of similar to Bitcoin, getting some bull breaks at the highs. The only problem for me is that we did have that 4-hour SFP. So remember what I tell you guys, you don't short the SFP, you short the break of structure following the SFP. So if we can get a bearish break on the 1-hour, which would be a close below 29.30, that would also be losing this previous support line as well again. That would be kind of my indication to look for a short. I would be interested in preparing for longs down here at this demand. I'd be interested down there. For me, yeah, it just comes down to the 4-hour. You got to close a 4-hour candle above 30.30 for me. That would be kind of confirmation, because we had a break of this, or we're trying to break out of this downtrend. Yeah. Yeah, we're trying to break out. We'll see if it holds. 30.30 for me. The two levels to watch on ETH is going to be 30.30 and 29.30. Whichever one of these breaks first should kind of give you an idea of where ETH wants to go. Gold made a new all-time high? Damn, bro, that's awesome. Yeah, we'll look at Sol. So Sol's continue. Oh, before we look at Sol, I want to look at ETH Bitcoin. So ETH Bitcoin comes back to the same order block that we got a breakout of. We were talking about how it had a 4-hour bear break here. This could be a manipulation down though, because let's see, I got an internal bullish break after that. If we look here, so if this can hold, this doesn't look too bad. This doesn't look too bad. Yeah, so that would be 1 hour. Did it sweep this low? All right, so you break bullish on the 1 hour here, then you come back down to test it and you pump out. You've now broken the 1 hour again. Yeah, so similar on this chart. I'd be looking for a 33.57 to hold to continue up. But there's definitely potential here with the way that it broke down and where it bounced from. We'll have to wait and see. But the 1 hour is bullish right now. So as long as 33.57 doesn't break, you could set an alert here. And as long as this doesn't break, it makes sense to short, or to long ETH over Bitcoin if Bitcoin's going to go. When this breaks, it doesn't make sense anymore. Okay, guys, I'm going to do Sol for Alan, and then I'm going to call it a night here. So let's take a look. So we had a nice short on Sol on Friday. I don't like this big wick rejection from the downtrend here. We're still kind of in this descending channel here. You'd want to see Sol break out and show strength. I can't really see what's going on here though with all these drawings. Let's see. I'm gonna get rid of, oops. I'm gonna get rid of a lot of this. Okay. So 126 has been kind of our shortable level over the weekend. It's one of our big support and resistances here. So we have our 1 hour break of structure here. This needs to break to get bullish on Sol. Right now we're seeing a bit of a rejection here. We see SFP is this 15-minute. I think it was 20-minute. Yeah, so you break 20-minute back bullish here. You come up. You get a bear break. Get a SFP. Reject down. Then you come up again. You SFP it again. So you now had a bearish SFP. That's going to target the weak lows here. So if you want to be bullish on Sol, you want to see a reclaim of 127.90. If you can close above that, you can likely look for a long off of 126.77 support. Right now, this is at resistance, right? So you be careful longing it. We're in this major downtrending flag here, downtrending channel, I mean, and yeah, failed to break above. For me, if you want to see strength, you want to see 127.86 break. Otherwise, you're targeting these lows and then probably back down here. You'll have a little bit of support at like 120-ish. We'll see. Yeah, I would just set another like 128-ish. Bear trend on the 20-minute right now, bear trend on the hour. Just be careful. All right, awesome, guys. Well, if you joined the stream late, make sure you go back and watch the Bitcoin part at the beginning. We started a fresh chart, so we did pretty in-depth analysis there. Appreciate all you guys being here. Make sure you like the video. As always, guys, my name is Wave Cipher. Much love. Trade safe. Wave Cipher out. See you guys tomorrow.